So I will share my screen. So we are completed one scripting enhancement successfully. That is the parameteration. So after parameteration completed, we want to do for the again. Uh, okay, after completed, so we need to do for the some one more scripting enhancements. That is, we can call it as a correlation. So what is the correlation? Nothing but correlation can be used to capture the dynamic values which are generated from the server side. Some values will be generated in the when you are recording the script. For example, you can observe. So you want to see the first transaction onwards. You need to see. Okay, in this transaction we have any value will be there, and after that come to the login part. You can observe username, password. These all we are entered. So we need to do for the parameteration. That's clear, right? So, but here you can observe some user section value is equal to will be there. So here this is the dynamic value. This is the dynamic value means what? It is a keep on changing for the every user to user. So one first user, if it is login with first user, then this value will be changed. And you can executing for the second user, your again this value changing. So this value keep on changing. You are execute with the 100 users or 10 users. Assume your script will work.
No.
No, right? Because that is the dynamic value. Dynamic means what? Every time it is changing. So we need to handle the dynamic value. So that is the concept called correlation. So for example, you can see if you execute this, maybe now it is show for the pause. We'll see this. Okay, so just I will executing this. We are executed one time. Okay, we'll see the multiple user point of also this script is work or not. So I am giving for the number of iteration will be 3 iterations and execute. You can think about actually it is a dynamic value, right? So the user section is dynamic value, but here it is showing for the script to pass only. But exactly correct page you are going or not, we don't know. So that is point of view already I explained, right? We need to use for the validation point. See if you use for the validation point, what is the function? Anyone? Web underscore, reg underscore, find, and we need to give for the double colon, comma, last, close this. And here what I told, text is equal. So we can give for the some static test of this. So if you open, okay, web tour URL, for example, web tour URL. See here, after login, we are checking login part only, right? Jojo and B. Click on login. So now you can observe you are going to this page. After login successfully is done, exactly you want to go to this page. So in this page, you can take for the any one of the static test. So welcome or Jojo or web tour or reservation pages or reviewed. So anything you can select. So for example, I'm taking from the, okay, some slides I'm selecting. Okay. You can observe, I copy this and you can observe in this page, slides will be there, not there. Means, so I take for the static test and I keep from the here. So now you can go, means exactly you are going to the login is success, then your script will be passed now. So now you can see your script pass or fail. See, you can will execute only one time. So just execute. See, login is done. No, it's failed. So why? Because it is failed, you can observe. See, the text is equal to flights not found in the particular login page. Means as a user is entering from the some username password details, and after that click on login, here itself is failing. It's not going to the next page. So that is why your script will be failed and means you are not going to the valid page. So why? Because we are not going to the valid page means so here you can observe user section is equal some value will be there. This is the dynamic value. So this dynamic value, if you not handle, what will happen means your script will be failed. Because as a user to user, this value will be changing. So that is why we have the concept, correlation concept. What is the correlation? Nothing but correlation can be used to capture the dynamic values which are generated from the server side, application side. So as a dynamic value, it is generated from the application side as same to the server side also. So server side nothing but some section value, user section value, J section ID. So some token value, this kind of will be, it is generated from the server side. Application side nothing but, for example, we go to the application. So you are entering for the username password and click on login button. And after that, you are click for the flight button. Here you can observe, here departure city will be there. So I am going to the Denver to some London. So this value will be, every user will be same. Means I am going to the Denver to London. You guys also coming with me?
No.
No, right?
No, sir.
Depends on the your requirement.
Yeah.
Maybe you will go to the different places. Right? Means this is also dynamic. Means user to user, that is a dependence changing or not. Yes or no? So means this is the departure city and arrival seat also we can consider as a dynamic value. This is coming from the application side. So after that you can observe date and time we know, and number of passenger also you are entering. So you need to do for the parameters. And after the seating preferences, type of seat. So seating preferences, type of seat also you can observe. We have the else window, none will be there. Means some like I don't interest for the window seat, then I select for the none. Someone will be interested window. So everyone will be same. Is it possible?
No.
No, right? This is also
sir.
user to user changing or not?
Change.
So
Changes.
changing means this is also dynamic value. And type of seat will be there. So first coach, business coach will be there. So depends on the like user. Is a good financial, then he will go with the some first coach or business he will go. So depends on the my requirement, I will go for the coach. So this is the type of seat also we can consider as a dynamic value. So again we'll go to the find flight. Here you can observe Blue Sky Air 140. This is the flight, is a different flights will be there, 140, 141, 143, 140. So this flight also you can observe depends on the time availability. So depends on the cost, right? I will select for the my budget, my available timings. So this is also user to user changing, right? Because maybe I am free with the after 5 p.m. So I will book 11 p.m. But someone will be free 8 a.m. also. Means user to user also, the flight also we are booking some different flights, right? So this flight value also we can consider as a dynamic value. So means now you understanding, right? Dynamic value is coming from the two ways. One is for the application side and server side. So server side nothing but some J section ID, correlation like token ID, section ID. Okay. This all is coming from the server side. Application side nothing but drop downs, radio buttons will be there. So those all we can consider as a dynamic values. So now we need to handle that dynamic value, because if you not handle, your script is failed. So that is why we need to handle that dynamic value. Why? Because we are handling means you are executing with the multiple users. So multiple user point of view, script will be need to work, right? So that is why we need to handle this dynamic value. That is concept correlation. So what is the correlation? Means nothing but correlation can be used to capture the dynamic values which are generated from the server side. So how to we can do for the process means, so first will be find the dynamic value in script, first point. And second point, find the dynamic value. So very important concept. Okay, find the dynamic value, left boundary and right boundary. Okay, next, where to write the function. We need to write for the one function. So where to write the function. And fourth point will be substitution. Substitution. So using these 4 points, we can handle our dynamic value. First point, what? Find the dynamic value in our script. So already we find the dynamic values in our script. What are the values we identified? So dynamic values, what are we identified?
Registration ID.
Say some section value, section value. Real, we are identify in our script, current script. Okay, you are identify this value. That is the user section value. Okay, you can write from the same. Okay, everyone able to see, right? User section is the one you identified, and after that we are identify the depot city also you are identified, right? And after that arrive city
Arrival city.
and seating
Seat type.
seating type
Seating time.
and seating preferences. And next one will be flight number.
Flight, flight numbers.
Flight number. So these all we are identify, right? So now you can observe this is the user section value, and after that each request wise you can come and you can identify. So you can observe this some J sections submit form will be there, login also there, XY some value is equal 48 will 5 is there. So these are not a dynamic value because this is just XY coordinators. This is the XY coordinators. So no need to handle that one. That is automatically as per our like x-axis, y-axis base that will capture. So that is no need to handle. So only we are handle for the dynamic values which are generated from the server side, which are generated from the application side. Those values we should do more. So now first value will be user section value, and come to the next transaction. Click on flight. In this transaction, we have any dynamic value? No, right? Yes or no?
Just we are clicking.
Here
Yes,
we don't have
there is no
anything.
values.
In search we don't have. And come to the find flight. Here you can observe departure is a London. That is the our dynamic value. And departure date, that is date. Arrive city is a London. So, and you can observe coming to the seating preferences, seat type, and come to the next transaction, reservation page. You can observe this is the outbound flight value. Blue sky is the flight number is a 222. So this entire value is the we can consider as a outbound flight, means nothing but flight number. And so now you are identified like this. So just
Kiran, one
yeah,
doubt,
yes, please.
how to identify dynamic in server side?
Yeah,
Like that
I will
only.
explain one by
One,
point wise. Okay. Yeah, no worry. I will first point. Go to the first point.
Okay.
Find the value in script. So we can find the value script in. So based on for the now we are how we identified, right? So that is why we can find it. One more way we can find the dynamic value in our script. How to we can find that means? So we can record the script twice with different type of test data. We can record the script, same script. For example, you are recording web tour application. So same web tour application you can record with different test data. Like when you are selecting for the drop downs, right? First time you can London to Paris. Next time Franken to some Zurich. So and you are changing from the first time Windows and here you can selecting for the coach. Next time will be business. And you need to change for the user to user values will be can change. And after that, once we can record the script twice with a different type of test data and compare the online tool like textcompare.com will be there. What is that? Textcompare.com. Using that, you need to compare from the two scripts. So, for example, I will open if it is any other script we have. Okay, manual. Okay, that is open. Okay, manual, you can go to the notepad. Okay. So we'll go to the, for example, you are identify the user section value. So online told, I told, right? We can go to the Google. Okay. Just you can search from the text compare. Online, see text compare online. Open this and click on open the text compare. This is the official website. So just open it. And here we need to compare the two scripts. So already I told, right, you need to record the script twice with a different of test data. So already you have this script will be there. You can copy this script. Okay. And we'll open another also. We can try with the other also. Okay. Steps. Hello, everyone able to see?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. So for example, I recorded two scripts. So I open now two scripts. Okay. Okay, one is for the London to London game. So I recorded time is wrong. Okay, London to some Zurich I select. Okay.
Then I cannot explain.
Okay, okay.
Sir,
Sorry.
your screen not
Yeah.
set.
Okay, okay. I will share 1 minute. Yeah. Now you can observe I recorded two scripts. Is the one script is this, and you can observe I change from the London to Paris. This all change, and here also seat type will be here none. Here coach will be there, and if you go here next script, you can observe here is a Paris to Los Angeles. Here Windows and business coach will be there. Here also Windows. Yeah, here none coach will be there. So you can observe. Now we'll compare. First, what you can do after record the right, you can copy Control A and Control C and go to the textcompare.com and you can copy paste from the one side. Entire script you can copy paste it. And after that, go to this and go to the second script. So this is the second script and Control A, Control C and just Control V. Okay. And after this, then go to the starting line, just click for the compare button. Now you can observe. So where is the like this color is coming, right? That is the difference from this script to this script. You can observe start transaction, these all things we are giving. So that is not a dynamic value. We are clearly will know. Yes, right? And you can observe only within the request only we can see. So in this web break login page, you can observe here user section value here 135 and 386 will be there. Here you can observe 13482 some means user to user this value changing or not. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this value is the user section value. This value coming from the server side, we know. So this is the dynamic value you are identified. Just note it in the one notepad. Okay. You are identified the one value, that is the user section. Okay. One is completed. And after that, again, come to the year and come to the next line. Search. This is the search flight button. Here to here, we don't have any differences. Means any dynamic value, anything, nothing will be there in this both scripts, both the transactions. And after that, click on flight. Now we can observe here London to Zurich. London is the some departure city. Here is a Paris. So departure city user to user changing or not. So this is the dynamic value. And you can observe this is the area city and area city also changing. And you can observe here seating preferences. None. Here is the windows. Here is the coach. Here is the business. So this is also changing or not. So means so where is the changing? That is the dynamic value. You need to identify that is the my dynamic value. And come to here, you can observe XY coordinators is not a dynamic values. And come to the next transaction. So this is the reservation page. You can observe here is the I selected for the 222 so blue sky air 222 flight. Here is the 232 flight and this is the cost also different. Here is the 0, here is the cost also different. Means this is value also changing, means this outbound flight also dynamic value. And you can observe again seat type, seat preferences. Already same is the repeating. Here is the okay seat type. Here is the what coach and here also coach. Means same values only. Just it is coming from the here. So those also dynamic value. I am come to the next payment field. So here you can observe address one Hyderabad. Here is a value is Hyderabad. This is the dynamic value.
Parameter.
So that is value we know because I am entering the data. So that is value already I did for the parameterization. That is I know. So no need to do for that. And after that credit card also. We are passing the credit card number. So we are entering through keyboard. So you are doing for the parameterization. And seat type, you can observe seat type, seat preferences. We need to do for the correlation. Already we are identified these two in the above only. And come to the next transaction. And sign up. So here we don't have any values. Now we are identify the what values we are identified user section, depart, arrive, flight number, and seating type and seating preferences. So some days you guys will be practice like this.
Departure date.
Date already we are doing date that is not dynamic, right?
Hello.
Yeah. Hello. Hello. Everyone able to hear?
Yeah, date only, sir.
Date already we know, right? Date we are doing for
Yes,
the
sir.
parameterization.
Date only I'm asking.
Here. Outbound flight.
Parameterization.
Where? Hello.
Sir, upside, sir. There, like booking ticket, no, arrival city, departure city.
Okay, here.
There.
Here
Yes,
only.
sir.
Yeah, this is not a dynamic value, right? A date is there means must we can do for the parameterization. If you do for the correlation
okay.
also, if it is changing, right? If you do for the correlation, think about. So it is a dynamically changing. Which date is picked? We
Yeah,
know.
sir.
We know, right? We don't know. Maybe
We
you
don't-
can do for the correlation also, but if you do for the correlation, which date will pick and what is the format exactly will get, we don't know. So that is why if it is the date is there, maximum we can go with the parameterization only.